Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport, anytime.
At Absolute Landscape, we believe that a great landscape is about transforming a space to exceed every expectation. From intricate hardscapes to lush green gardens, our goal is to bring vision to life. Creating outdoor environments for our clients, we offer services from design to installation and maintenance of your outdoor space. Enjoyment all year round is what Absolute Landscapes is all about.
CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's to Go, Carroll Links, Carroll Indoor Sports Center, Absolute Landscape, and Independent Car Service. The Central Maryland Sports Network is a programming service of the Community Media Center.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.
Game On is brought to you by Aquino Financial Services.
Hi there, I'm Pat Stetzer, and welcome back to Game On. We've got highlights galore coming your way as boys and girls lacrosse teams are doing their best to make state championship plans. We'll also check in on baseball and softball and talk to a freshman that's making quite the name for himself this year. So let's get into all the action. It's Game On. In order to be playing in the state tournament, lacrosse teams had to win regional title games earlier this week, and Carroll County had success in doing so with 4 champions. First up, let's take a look at Manchester Valley girls taking on Century in the 2A West Region 1 final. Early on, it's Emma Penchik finding Taylor Feek, and the sophomore is going to find the net, and Man Valley leads Century 1-0. Penchik scores from 8 meters out, right there, goes up top. The Mavericks lead the Knights 6-0 after 1 quarter. Allison Flane gets off a pass to Becca Harvey, and she gets a good look, but goalie Molly Pulliam denies Century the save. Feek ducks under on a free position chance, and she scores again right here, and Manchester Valley is on its way to a lopsided win. The Mavericks win this one 16-1 as they celebrate with another regional championship plaque and a second win over Century this season. All right, let's see the regional girls lacrosse brackets that include county teams, and we'll start with 2A West Region 1. And that is once again Manchester Valley. The Mavericks are back in the state tournament for the 3rd time in as many years. Monday also featured South Carroll hosting Liberty in the 1A West Region 1 final, a rematch of the regular season game won by the Cavaliers. A low-scoring first quarter at Parker Field. Maddie Smith's going to get Liberty on the board with this goal and give the assist to fellow senior Courtney Goff. Goff gets a free position try for the Lions, but Cavs goalie Sophia DeLuca is there for the stop. And that DeLuca save helps get the Cavaliers offense going. 2 goals from Leah Miller, followed by another one coming up here from Ava Krantz, gives the home team a 3-1 lead. Nice moves by Krantz to get into the middle of the arc. Liberty helps create a loose ball on defense coming up right here, but Miller's going to gather it right there, and she's going to make her way around the defense. She goes left and scores again. The Cavaliers are up 5-1. Third quarter action now, and when Ella Boyce converts from 8 meters away, South Carroll leads Liberty 6-2. Boyce goes low and scores. Campbell Black works from behind the net, and she finds Miller cutting through the arc. Cavaliers lead 10-2 with 1 quarter to go. Late in the fourth quarter now, all but over. Charlotte Harrington keeps her balance after some contact and sneaks a shot into the net, and that caps quite an effort from the Cavs. Final score, South Carroll 14, Liberty 2 at Parker Field as South Carroll holds the Lions scoreless in the second half. All right, let's see that 1A West Region 1 girls lacrosse bracket. The Cavaliers repeat as champs as they seek the program's second state title and first since 2019. One other bracket to show you, 3A South Region 1. Westminster took out the top seed Howard in the semifinals before the Owls fall just short against Marriott's Ridge. All right, keep the brackets going. State tournament brackets as girls lacrosse rolls on. Class 1A is first. The 13-3 Cavaliers had no trouble with Southern of Anne Arundel County. Now it's a rematch from last year's quarterfinal against Falston, but this time a spot in the title game is on the line. And let's see some highlights from Parker Field, where South Carroll dominated Southern from the start of that 1A quarterfinal. Riley Niles creates some space to shoot. She gets one to go for the Cavs early in the opening frame. Once again, connection, Leah Miller with a goal, Ava Krantz with an assist. It's 3-0 South Carroll. Southern gives the ball up here near the restraining line, and it's off to the races for Leah Miller. And she's going to come all the way down the field, almost coast to coast, and she beats the Bulldogs with another goal as the defenders are on their heels. Miller goes left and scores for South Carroll. Another cause turnover coming up right here. The Bulldogs just can't get their offense going. And the Cavaliers are on the move right near midfield, and the rush ends with Charlotte Harrington and a laser right here that rips the net. And it's running clock in Winfield. Fourth quarter, clock still running, and Caden McCarthy with a nice deep and short-range goal, and it's all Cavaliers in this one. And the final score from Parker Field, South Carroll 14, Southern 1. Charlotte Harrington picked up 10 draws. Leah Miller led the way with 7 goals. Ava Krantz handed out 6 assists in the victory. The Class 2A girls lacrosse state bracket is next, and the Mavericks take their 17-0 record into the Final Four to face Seanorton right on Friday as Man Valley tries for a second state title in 3 seasons. We head over to Coppermine 4 seasons for the 2A quarterfinal action between Hereford and Manchester Valley. The Mavericks jumped out to a 5-0 lead over the Bulls and never looked back. See some of our highlights from the game. Emma Penchik handed out 7 assists to go with 5 goals. Taylor Feek, you saw her right there, netted 6 goals for the Mavericks as they blasted the Bulls now twice this year by a combined 40-3. Haley Bittinger added 4 goals and 4 assists, and Emmeline Scott scored 4 times for Man Valley, and Bittinger, by the way, recorded her 200th career draw control in the victory. As we said, Manchester Valley is moving on. Carroll County has a few boys lacrosse teams playing in regional finals earlier in the week. Before making their state tournament plans, we can take a quick look back at how they fared before it's state tournament time. First, we have Liberty hosting South Carroll in their 1A West Region Final, and the Lions outlasted the Cavaliers 12-8 behind 3 goals apiece from Jonah Rohrer, Nolan Restivo, and Riley Wickline. Goalie Colin Hands came up with 15 saves. Liberty held South Carroll to 2 goals in the fourth quarter, and kept the Cavs at bay long enough to win at the Lions Den in Eldersburg. Congratulations to Liberty as they move on after beating their rivals from Southern Carroll County. Time to review the Class 1A West Region 1 boys lacrosse bracket. That Liberty win over South Carroll gave the Lions a 5th straight regional championship. Congrats to the Lions for that accomplishment. Now over to 2A West Region 1, where Century held off Walkersville in a shootout as the Knights were back in the state tournament for the first time since 2019. And we had 3A South Region 1. Westminster fell short in the semifinal against Howard, but the Lions lost to Howard County rival Marys Ridge in the title game. All right, keep the brackets going. Class 1A state brackets. Liberty still alive. The Lions face Falston next, a rematch of their state title matchup in 2024, won by the Cougars. And Liberty got there with that win over Calvert. That put the number 3 seed Lions into the state Final Four for the second year in a row. Liberty led the Cavaliers 6-3 after one quarter, thanks in part to a Nolan Restivo goal. And then later on, Jonah Rohr's goal late in the second quarter put the Lions on top 8-4 at halftime. And Liberty held Calvert to 4 goals in the second half, and they held on for the win to advance to the state semifinals in Class 1A. Over in Class 2A, Kent Island got the best of Century in their quarterfinal matchup, so the county champion Knights are finished for the year at 10-6. The Knights entered the round of 8 as the number 8 seed, sent them on the road to face top-seeded the Buccaneers of Queen Anne's County. Kent Island led 3-0 after one quarter and 7-0 before Will Cody gave Century its first goal of the game. Mikey Burns also scored for the Knights later in the third quarter, but the game was all but decided by then, and Kent Island goes on to win 12-3, and the home team advances to the state semifinals in Class 2A. 3 county teams remain as the lacrosse state semifinals are set. Liberty boys and South Carroll girls each face Falston on Friday at Wheaton High School. The Lions game at 5, the Cavaliers at 7, and Man Valley girls take on C. Milton Wright on Friday at Severn Run. That's an 8 p.m. start in the Class 2A girls. Stay tuned for more playoff lacrosse coverage coming up and find out if Carroll County can bring home some state championship hardware. Time to step aside for a few moments. When we come back, it's over to baseball and softball for some regional playoff updates. And we unveil the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. So don't go away. Game On returns right after this. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CM Sportsnet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance and by Jersey Mike Subs of Eldersburg and Mount Airy.
Get ready to tee off for a great cause at the second annual Westminster Owls Charity Golf Tournament, happening Saturday, May 17th at Oakmont Green in Hampstead. Shotgun start is at 7:30 a.m. and it's a 4-person scramble format, just $500 a team. This exciting event benefits the Westminster High School class of 2026 and is the primary source of funding for their senior prom. You won't want to miss this, a chance to win an all-expenses-paid trip for 2 to play Pinehurst, longest drive and closest to the pin contests, raffles, a 50-50 drawing, and a silent auction. Register by midnight on Sunday, May 11th at charitygolftoday.com/Westminster Owls. For more information, contact Laura Schmidt at whsboosters2026@gmail.com or 410-688-4563. Come out, swing for a cause, and support the class of 2026. We'll see you on the green.
Hi, I'm Haven Shoemaker, State's Attorney for Carroll County. I want to personally invite you to the 10th Annual Overdose and Prevention Vigil. This powerful night brings us together to honor those we've lost, to grieve, and to reflect on the progress we've made, reducing fatal overdoses from 71 in 2018 down to 22 in 2024. Join us Thursday, May 22nd from 7 to 9 at St. John's Portico in Westminster. Let's unite, remember, and continue to fight against overdose together.
Every Wednesday at CMSportsNet, it's Game On. Tune in for a look at Carroll County sports scene. Join me as we preview upcoming games, talk with the coaches, and bring you exclusive reports you won't see anywhere else. Plus, each week we'll unveil CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Don't miss CMSportsNet's Game On, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We've got you covered. Welcome back to Game On. Let's get right back into some spring high school sports playoffs. The baseball and softball seasons are winding down as well, and Carroll County teams have been vying for regional titles over the last few days. So it's time to check in, and we begin with baseball's regional brackets. Class 1A North Region 2 up first. Liberty's quest for another regional title ended Wednesday when Pikesville blanked the Lions 6-0. Liberty finished at 16-2, and that was their first loss since March 28th. Over to 2A West Region 1, Century tried to battle back against Middletown, but the Knights fell short, and their season ends at 13-7. And over in 3A West Region 1, it's Oakdale and Linganore in a Frederick County clash this afternoon to determine the regional champ. Man Valley fell in the semifinals. And now over to softball. We begin with 1A North Region 2, where South Carroll reached the final, and the Cavaliers face Catoctin on the road Thursday afternoon. Cougars handed South Carroll a 9-0 loss when they faced off back on April 17th. South Carroll's 5-1 since then, and that includes that slugfest win over FSK in the semifinals. Over in 2A West Region 1, it's Glenelg now taking on Middletown today after the Gladiators knocked out Century in the semifinals. The Knights got that win over Winners Mill in their playoff opener. And over in 3A South Region, we have Westminster on the road against Merritt's Ridge. Now the Owls have won 7 of their last 8, and that includes beating the top seed of the region back in the semifinals. All right, now it's time to unveil the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. We visit Century High School and check in with the boys lacrosse standout who is already writing his name into the county record books, despite being just a freshman. We caught up with him between the regional championship and state quarterfinals. Let's find out who it is. All right, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Noah Tignall, Century boys lacrosse. I'll talk to you about this week, but first, last week, two big games, playoff games against Man Valley as well. Tell me about just what you wanted to do mindset-wise. Score as many as you could, but also get some assists as well. You've been a pretty well-rounded player this year for the Century.
Thank you. I think the first thing we thought about was just winning, because that's always what you go to. And I feel like we were really prepared. We were locked in a film, locked in a practice. And I think that really translated to on the field, so we were ready.
How have you seen your game grow from the first day of practice coming into high school as a 9th grader to where you are now?
I'd say at the beginning I was definitely nervous. There's always some jitters going through your first game, especially as freshmen, right? But as the season's kind of going on, I've started to settle in. I've found security in like my teammates and my coaches, so yeah.
What was it like then starting this week off with a regional title, getting ready to go play in the state quarterfinals? What was that like?
Really cool. Really cool to do as a freshman. That's something I've been wanting to do this year, so it was great to have.
And speaking of freshmen, Coach has been reminding me, records at the school, most goals maybe as a freshman in county history. You think about things like that, or when you hear that, does it make you think, hey, really. I'm doing pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely some reassurance on my game. I mean, I always appreciate that. But no, I don't think about it too much when it comes to playing the games. It's always nice to hear it after, but I'm just locked in on what I got going on, and that's pretty much it.
And then last thing, what's the mindset like for these guys going into the state quarterfinals? You're going to reset again. Everybody's 0-0. You got a big test in Kent Island, but how do you feel about it?
We're pretty confident. We're locked. We're doing some film right now. We're ready to go. I feel like it should be a good one.
All right, Noah, congrats on a great week, and good luck the rest of the way.
Yep.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance. We're here for the home team, and by Jersey Mike's Subs of Eldersburg and Mount Airy.
Congratulations to Noah Tignall, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. And a look at our spring season selections with the season coming to a close next weekend. And And that will do it for episode 70 of Game On. As always, we thank you for watching. We've got more lacrosse playoff action coming your way over the next week as Carroll County goes after state championship glory. Look for some semifinal highlights in the coming days with Liberty boys, South Carroll girls, and Man Valley girls all in the mix. As always, we've got you covered. Be sure to catch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube, and you can also visit our website at CMSportsNet.com. Watch us on cable channel HD 1072, and don't forget, follow us on Instagram, CMSportsNet Action. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Game On is brought to you by Aquino Financial Services.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.
CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go, Carroll Links, Carroll Indoor Sports Center, and Absolute Landscapes.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport, anytime.
At Absolute Landscape, we believe that a great landscape is about transforming a space to exceed every expectation. From intricate hardscapes to lush green gardens, our goal is to bring vision to life. Creating outdoor environments for our clients, we offer services from design to installation and maintenance of your outdoor space. Enjoyment all year round is what Absolute Landscapes is all about.